Hi everyone, this is Robert with Backyard Bodyworks. I am taking some parts down to the frame shop that they need to fit to make sure that everything lines up. I have in the back of the truck, I've got my the bumper and several of the bumper parts that they are requiring to fit the body panels, to make sure that they're lined up correctly, and then we will look and I'll take some pictures and I'll show those to you so that you can see what it is that they actually did. Okay, see you on the other side. Hi guys, we've arrived at McCurley's Body Shop. I'm going to take some pictures because I don't know if they're going to allow me to take video inside. I'll ask him, but there might be something for another segment for another car that we get to actually talk with Mike, the frame guy, and James, the owner, about actually interviewing and getting a perspective on frame and auto body repair. So stay tuned. We'll get some pictures and we'll let you know. Thanks. Bye. Okay, folks. Here we are at the body shop. They've got the car on the frame machine and they're ready to make their pull. They've anchored the car down here and here, as well as on the other side, and they're getting everything set up so that they can pull this area out here. These are the pull towers. They exert, I think this is a Kansas jack. I think these particular towers are 10-ton towers. I doubt that, in this particular body shop with the production work that they do, that they would be 4-ton. So I'm assuming that if somebody else, knows for sure, leave it in the comments. But I do believe these are 10-ton towers that they use to make the pulls with. And the towers are on a little track, as you can see here, that goes all the way around the frame machine. And that's so that you can make multiple pulls from any direction. You've got 360-degree access to your car, so that you can pull in any direction. There's the parts that they ordered for this area here that they will be replacing because they're just too damaged. They're going to use them to pull on, and then they're going to remove them, and then they're going to put the new ones on. So that's what the frame machine looks like. I think it's pretty cool. I think that's I wish I had one here at the backyard shop. I wouldn't have to send my work off to be pulled by somebody else. I could do it myself. Let's look at this next picture. This is the anchor points for the frame machine, and what these clamp onto the unibody sill, which I believe most cars have. And it's an anchor point, and you have 4 of them. You have 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and what that does is that keeps the car from moving when you apply the 10 tons of force to pull the damage, the energy out that the impact put into the metal. And that's just to keep the car stationary so it doesn't just, it doesn't move. And as you can tell, those are really beefy, so the car will fail before this fails. Okay, our next picture is a picture from the front, and you can see the towers. They've got them set up on the side to make their pull. I think what they're going to do is they're probably going to use this to kind of hold this, and they're going to use this one to pull this, and they've got this one right here. They might pull it around to pull forward and pull forward and pull out to the side to straighten this out, because this whole area is shifted to this side by about, I don't know, about an inch. I think is what I measured it out to. It might be a little less than that or a little more, because I was doing just spot measurements. I wasn't using a frame machine measuring tool or a rack measuring tool, which is very precise, because there's measure points all over this. That's what a lot of these little holes that you see in the metal, those are actually points where it's a center point or it's a side point that most of these frame machine measuring tools will, if it's exact, it'll fit in that hole. That way the frame machine is, when you dial in all your measuring sticks, if the frame doesn't meet that stick, then you know you've got to make a pull to that to get that measurement back to where it's supposed to be. And these are the new parts down here. They're going to make their pull on this stuff because it's mangled. There's no way to keep it. It's probably going to pull away from the metal if it does anything. And once they've got this straightened on, they'll take this stuff out and they'll put the new stuff on, and then they'll put the fender and the bumper and line everything up to make sure that it fits. And there's, it's not, if it's off, then they'll make some more pulls to straighten it out. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And this is the damage. As you can see, is you've got looks like a bend here and a bend here, and there's a bend back here. And see all these little holes? These are the holes that I was telling you about. Some of these are your measurement holes that the pins go in, and it'll tell you how far you got to pull it, and if you're in close or not. Which I'm assuming they've already made all of their pulls that they're going to do, or they've already measured everything, and they know what they're supposed to be pulling. They've been doing this a lot for many, many years, so I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. Let me give you another picture from the side, and you can see the damage a lot better. See all the crinkled metal here, and the fold here, that's folded in half, and that's folded in half, and there's a bend there, and you got another bend over here, and right in here you see how it's kind of bent up just a little bit right here. This should actually be this should be more straight than it is, and that's supposed to be bent out this way just a little bit, and that's crunched in there, and that's supposed to be flat. Other than that, that's going to be the pull that they're going to do. They will put all the pieces on. Hopefully they'll call me this afternoon or first thing tomorrow to let me know that the work is done, and we can go pick up the car, and I can continue this segment. But until then, you guys be safe, and this is Robert for Backyard Bodyworks. You have a good afternoon.